you can even watch back. Giving players all the props or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk facts.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick.
Play it on the car ride, play it when you lounge. X and O, you know that we can hold it down. Shout out to my man Sammy, got it off the ground. And to all the listeners tuned in right now, got debates, analysis, and speculation. This is sports talk for the new generation. You know where to find us, got a reputation. Sick podcast, your #1 sports destination.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick.
S-I-C-K, it's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk back. S-I-C-K,
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 S-I-C-K.
all in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick.
S-I-C-K, it's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk facts.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick.
Play it on the car ride, play it when you lounge. X and O, you know that we can hold it down. Shout out to my man Sammy, got it off the ground. And to all the listeners tuned in right now, got debates, analysis, and speculation. This is sports talk for the new generation. You know where to find us, got a reputation. Sick podcast, your #1 sports destination.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick.
S-I-C-K, it's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk back. S-I-C-K,
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 S-I-C-K.
Turn up your volume. Because you're about to listen to The Sick Podcast. The Eye Test with Pierre, McGuire, and Jimmy Murphy.
The Stanley Cup winning Colorado Avalanche. And after 22 years, Raymond
The sickest NHL podcast. It's gonna be sick.
And welcome to another edition of the Eye Test here in the Sick Podcast Network. Pierre, McGuire, Jimmy Murphy. We are back at the Harp Bar in Belfast, becoming rapidly one of my favorite establishments across the world that I've been to, Pierre.
So across to our right, pretty full.
Yes. Yep.
Starting to grow our audience in front of us.
We got a good crew in front of us.
So far, it looks like more coming too. So that's really exciting. This is one of the top establishments in all of Northern Ireland. I love this place.
I do too as well. Lots to talk about today. Of course, we are here for the Friendship 4. It's Friendship 4 week. And the games begin tomorrow, Pierre. The first 2 games tomorrow and then the second 2 on Saturday. I think the teams are starting to feel the reality of the games approaching. They've been able to do their tours, that now practicing, and now they will get on that ice and play.
Yeah, no, it's great. I mean, there's a lot of nervous energy from all the teams, the coaches, the players. I think it's all really important. But the truth is that they can go do all the sightseeing they want. Now it's a business trip.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you didn't come all this way just to go look at a distillery. You came all this way to play 2 hockey games and win. That's what it's about now. If I were coaching, lockdown, full lockdown.
That's it.
And I know it's Thanksgiving, but it can't be camp fun all the time. Sometimes it's got to be camp no fun.
Well, you did that when you were with the Penguins, and it worked.
We did. It worked.
It worked, and it is a Thanksgiving as well. Happy Thanksgiving to all our American listeners and viewers back home, and sending one out to my family as well. And I know you have family back there as well, Pierre. But they're in Canada.
My wife is running in a road race today.
Yeah? Oh,
she called me. She says, I'm running in a road race. Good
that's
for you.
Great.
Yeah.
How many miles?
I have no clue.
Okay.
I just hope she's not in the hospital at the end of it.
Hey.
I'm just kidding. So,
And
go get him, Mel.
All right. And is she going to have some leftovers waiting for you when you get home?
She will, yeah. She's we're in a really cool neighborhood, so she's having Thanksgiving with our neighbors, which is kind of neat. And then I'll take the leftovers.
I was lucky enough. My mom made me some Thanksgiving sandwiches to take on the plane heading over here, which is, I got to tell you, that's one of my favorite meals. Not the actual Thanksgiving meal, the sandwiches, the leftovers.
You know what's amazing over the course of my career? So 37 years in pro and then 6 in college as a coach and 4 as a player. I bet you could go probably 5 to 7 times I was home for Thanksgiving because you're usually on the road. I mean, that's just how it is. And especially when you're on the national network, you know, you got a game on Black Friday, every single Black Friday. And usually they were 12 o'clock starts. I remember coaching in Hartford. We used to play at the Boston Garden at like 11:30 in the morning.
Yes.
The day after Thanksgiving. So we would always be on the bus Thanksgiving afternoon up to Boston to get ready. And you talk about Camp No Fun. We were full lockdown. I mean, that's just how it was. So I don't know. I love Thanksgiving. I think it's a great holiday, but I'm used to being in nice places like this, actually. It's not as nice as the Harp, but nice places.
Before we move on from that, though, you've told me the story about those Hartford Bruins games at the Garden, and you said one of the things you noticed was that the crowd, even though it was 11:30 in the morning, was a wee bit happier than usual.
There were two cities that was unbelievable. When I coached was at Boston because whether I was in Pittsburgh or I was in Hartford, like there was a lot of nasty stuff going on.
Oh.
They didn't like us in Pittsburgh because of Olfie and Cam Neely, obviously, right. And they never liked Hartford because they thought they were the interlopers cutting in on their territory. So you could see even those early morning games, 11:30, 12 o'clock, the fans were wired. They were ready to go. But I did a lot of St. Louis, Chicago games back in the day, which was like a 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning start. These people were wired for sound, whether they were from Chicago or St. Louis, they were ready to go.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if it was White Lightning or beer or because Anheuser-Busch, obviously, in St. Louis, but everybody was ready to go.
I remember when NBC started the annual Black Friday ones, they were doing it at noon. You remember? And the pubs would open at 8 a.m. It was the only time during the year that they would open that early. It was just specifically for that Black Friday game.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Good thing. Might not have made it on the air. No, I'm only kidding.
Sullivan's, you've heard of Sullivan's Tap. That was an interesting place to be on Black Friday morning. But I missed those games, Pierre. I know they do it sporadically now. There's a lot of matinee games tomorrow in the States, but it was something to look forward to on the calendar was that NBC game in Boston and the Bruins hosting.
Yeah, we love doing it. We did it in Philly a lot, too. There were a couple in New York. There were a few in St. Louis. 16 years. You got a lot of games over 16 years. There were a lot. I think those tradition games, like that's the best part about coming here. The tradition that's been built up. And I know sometimes people say, oh, tradition's, overhyped. There's a legacy
I
that's been
disagree.
created here.
Yeah.
I completely disagree. And so when you use hockey as a vehicle to help with socially ailing people, I think that says a lot about the legacy that you're building up. And I just, like, to me, I'll keep coming back as long as they'll have us. I mean that because I can't wait to come back for the women's thing. I think the women's event is going to be awesome.
It's great.
It's going to be awesome, not just for women's hockey in the United States, but for the potential for women's hockey here.
Internationally.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, like, I don't know, Jimmy, how much people understand. The Irish people are amazingly athletic people. They are. They're like really athletic people, and they've got amazing cardiovascular systems. They really do.
Yep.
And like, think about hockey. What's hockey? It's athleticism. It's cardiovascularism. It's toughness. It's not being intimidated. Like all those things Irish people have. And I'm not going to generalize, but it's a fact. This could be an amazingly strong hockey country. If we can get more rinks built and more practice facilities, I'm telling you right now.
The grassroots is going to soar.
It's going to boom.
Yeah,
it's going to
really
boom
is.
because of what the Belfast Giants have done.
Yep.
Because of the tournament, like we've attended the last 2 years, and we're coming back in December for the women. It's going to boom. I'm telling you.
Yep. And one of the main reasons for that is right here with us. He's going to be coming on later. Robert Fitzpatrick of the Belfast Giants.
He's here.
He is.
Oh yeah, he's here. Jesus, guy never sleeps.
Jesus Murphy.
Jesus Murphy. Guy never sleeps.
He never sleeps. How about you?
I had to work.
Can I tell our listeners and
Sure.
viewers your schedule? Okay.
Yeah.
This guy's a machine. I got to just say that right. Look at that right now. I thought I had the do not disturb on, but we can be disturbed by Rick Dallywell calling us in the middle of the show. I hope
He's
Dally's
in
doing okay.
Vancouver. He's in Vancouver.
So Pierre, last night we go out. We had an amazing steak dinner after. By the way, big thanks to McConnell's Distillery. What a experience that was.
What's the name of the restaurant?
James Street. I fit right
You
in.
thought it was his place.
Yeah, it was great. Amazing steaks there, but great time. We'll get to McConnell's in a bit. Great time there. But we go out for dinner after, and everybody's, hey, Pierre, let me get you a drink. Let me buy. And you're like, no, I got to work till about 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And Pierre was on doing the Montreal Canadiens post-game show here in Belfast time. And Pierre, what time did you finish?
6:45 this morning.
6:45. By the way, Tony, don't talk so much next time for this poor man.
Tony did a great job. We had a good show last night. Very passionate win for the Montreal Canadiens.
It was.
Jakob Dobish is really starting to surround himself as a starting goalie. I think if you watch the third period of that game, that guy played out of his mind. He was really good. He was a big reason why the Canadiens got the win last night in the third period. Suzuki was great. Bolduc, best game he's played as a Canadian with a goal and 2 assists. Caulfield was good. He wasn't great. He made a great play in the first Suzuki goal. I think he's starting to feel a little bit of the Olympic pressure. That's okay. That's normal. I thought Lane Hudson was off the charts good.
Yep.
He was phenomenally good. But don't sleep on Utah. Jimmy,
No.
we've talked about them all year long.
They played a good
I
game
know.
as well.
Yeah, they played a really good game.
Mhm.
Like, they probably deserved a better fate last
Yep.
night.
We're going to get to that. There were a lot of teams, I think we could say that
Oh
about
my
across
gosh.
the league. It
How
was
about
insanity.
last night? It was the goalie night in the NHL.
It really was.
If you don't believe me, go look at the stats of all teams in the league that won and go look at how much the shot differential was for the teams that won versus the teams that lost. The teams that won didn't have as many shots as the teams that lost. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, and it
in
wasn't
some
by a
in
slim
some
margin.
cases, it was 2-1.
Yeah, I mean, the New York Islanders
The
outshot
Boston
the Boston
Islander
Bruins
game.
45-14. They outshot them, and
And
they
they
still
lost.
lost
They
3-1
lost the
because
game.
Jeremy Swayman was unreal.
So
He appears to
So
be
we're
back.
talking about Olympic stuff, okay?
Yep.
What do you think Jeremy Swayman's looking at? He's looking at Jake Ottinger in Dallas.
Mhm.
Which he's saying, okay, this guy's got it going on right now.
Yep,
Hellebuck's hurt,
right.
so he's saying maybe I can sneak
There's
in
a
there.
window there. There's
There
a
might
window.
be a window
Yep.
for me to go in
Yep.
there.
And he's been something, man. I
And
mean,
so
when he's walked in, he's
I
locked
think,
in.
I think he's been great.
Yep.
That's the other part too. Is you look at what's going on with Canada and the goaltending. Like Bennington, a lot of people are seeding the first spot. I'm not doing that.
Mhm.
What about Darcy Kemper? What about Logan Thompson?
I think that's much more wide open, to be honest.
I think the Canadian thing is wide open.
Yeah. And we're talking not just for the first slot, for the backup
For,
slot,
for
and
all
the third
for
slot.
all three.
Yeah. It's not just, we're looking
For
at
all
Swayman
three.
and Ottinger maybe flip-flopping as starters there, but in the Canadian
Hey,
team's
what
wide
about
open.
what about the two woods in Colorado? By the way, we're guilty, and I'm the most guilty. We have to give more love.
We do.
To Colorado.
I think we got to get Jared Bednar on sometime soon.
Well, we
I would
can.
love-
That's not even
yeah.
an issue. We just have to do it. We got to stop talking about it and do it.
Yep.
So you look at Blackwood and you look at Wedgwood. They're two goalies. Last year, people were punting them off the side.
Yeah.
They didn't even want them around.
I know. I know. Now Wedgewood's got an extension recently. He earned it. Good
He
for
might.
him.
You know what? He might be the starting goalie for the
Well,
Olympic team.
I think I read yesterday they did add him.
Well,
to
he's a 90 player list.
the 90 player.
90 player. Thanks a lot. They don't even know who
Lottery.
player 84 is. No, on the top
But
90.
that's good. That's good depth. But no, Colorado deserves a lot of credit. By the way, will we be seeing Joe Sakic here at the games this weekend? Great. It's good to see
Joseph,
him
if you don't show up, we're gonna have an issue. He's such an amazing guy. I'm glad you had a chance to meet him last year.
I had a great talk with him last
year. Can I tell you a good Joe Sakic story?
I would love it. Go for it.
So in 1992, I'm coaching in the All-Star game in Philadelphia, East versus West back in the day. And coaches at that time used to skate in the skills competition.
Mm-hmm.
So we put our roster in. And you know what? If you won the skills competition, Jimmy, you actually won money. Like there was a bonus for the players and the coaches. So everybody kind of took it serious because it was a substantial bonus too.
Right.
So we had Joe taking the shootout, the breakaway relay. So Joe comes up to me sheepishly and he says, "Hey, Pierre, can I talk to you for a second?" I said, "Sure. What's up, Joe?" He says, "Ray Ferraro's got like 500 goals playing junior hockey for Brandon Wheat Kings. He's way better at this than me. Could you put Ray Ferraro in instead of me?"
Wow.
So I went up to Scotty and I said, "Scotty, Joe, I don't think Joe wants to do the breakaway thing. I think he would rather Ray Ferraro do it." He said, "I don't care. Put him in. You're in charge of this anyways." So I said, "Okay." So I went and changed. I scribbled Sakic out and I put Ferraro in. Well, I know we lost because we didn't get the bonus. But what I remember the most is Ray didn't score.
Oh, geez.
So Scotty comes up to me and he, like nobody knew except for me, and he puts his hand on my shoulder and he goes, "Great move, pal."
You didn't throw Joe under the bus.
No, I didn't. But I'm telling the story now. Joe knows.
That's awesome. Good stuff. Well, yeah, Colorado, I want to get back to them, though. They really, I mean, if you look at the league, we were just talking about the parity, Pierre, and we'll get to that in a bit, specifically the Eastern Conference. But if you look at them, at the Avalanche compared to the rest of the league, they are in their own echelon right now. They really are. And credit to them for doing it.
Go look at goal differential.
Yep. Let's bring that up.
Bring it up.
We were doing it before the show, and it's amazing. You look, okay, so let's look at the bottom three.
So listen, this is to be fair for everybody. So let's look at St. Louis, Calgary, and Nashville. Let's look at those three.
All right, so Nashville right now is in last place in the West at minus 26.
So their goal differential is minus 26. Next.
Then Calgary's at minus 18.
Minus 18 for Calgary.
St. Louis at minus 25.
Minus 25 for St. Louis. Now let's go to Colorado.
Now Colorado is all the way at the top, plus 44.
Plus 44. So my point is, that's a statistic that nobody talks about. It's one bellwether that will prove to you whether a team's really good or not so good. Goal differential, 5-on-5 goals for, 5-on-5 goals against. Go ahead on the East.
I just want to point out, too, Pierre, as I was scrolling through it here, the closest one to them right now, to Colorado, is Dallas at plus 16 to plus 44.
That's talking about in the West. Go do the East.
Yeah, so look at the East right now.
Listen to this.
The bottom.
The East is pretty amazing.
The worst right now in the East are the Buffalo Sabres at minus 6.
Minus 6 is the worst in the East compared to minus 26
and
in the
then
West.
You have Toronto at minus 7.
Yep.
Excuse me, the worst, my bad. Columbus and Detroit are tied for the worst at minus 8, and then you have
but that's
Buffalo
the thing about
6.
it. Minus 26 to minus 8. Like it's not even in the same stratosphere.
It's unreal. It's unreal.
So go to the top and tell us
then you go to the top of the East right now.
Yeah.
In goal differential, well, they're not in first, but it is the Washington Capitals at plus 14.
They've been ringing up some numbers.
They've been scoring.
Montreal, they rang up some numbers. Last night, they rang up some numbers. They're running up some numbers.
But it is, as we were talking before the show, Pierre, you're a GM in the West right now. You got to be looking West. That's it. And there's really only 3 teams you can be looking at that might be willing to sell off some parts.
Vancouver's going to sell. St. Louis is going to sell. Calgary's going to sell. Nashville's going to sell. That's 4 right there.
Okay.
4 are going to sell. Like they've already gone to market. That's why you're seeing all these leaks.
Yes.
You're seeing all these. Oh, this guy's going to be available.
These memos through the media.
They're getting put out there by pro scouts who are on the road, who are getting permission from their GMs and owners. Go say we're trading Jimmy Murphy. Go say we're trading Pierre McGuire. And put it out there. Let's build up the business. So if you saw the best one I saw the other day, you can't have Ryan O'Reilly unless you trade a first-round pick and an elite prospect. I'm like, okay, no writer knows that. because they wouldn't know that. That's the team.
They're not in the war room. Yeah.
No, and that's fine. Barry Trotz is doing the right thing.
Yeah.
He's trying to create an auction.
Mhm.
He's trying to create a bidding war.
Yep.
So that's okay.
Yeah.
But just cautionary tale to everybody at home that digests all this information. These are all subtly planted to create a bidding war. That's how this happens.
Yeah, for sure. And you look right now, Pierre, I mean, if you're a team in the East,
Yep.
like how do you, when you're that tight in, are you hesitant to make a move or are you trying to be more aggressive? What's the approach you take there at this time?
It depends what my owner's expectation was before the season started. But, you have to have a plan that's a 1-year plan, a 3-year plan, a 5-year plan, a 7-year plan. Depends where you are on the years.
Okay,
I'll tell you right now, Ottawa's window's open for the next 5 to 8 years. Montreal's window's open for the next probably 5 to 9 years, 10 years. They started a little behind. Detroit's window's open probably the next 5 to 6 years. You look around. Washington's probably got 3 to 4 years.
Mhm.
So everybody's window is different.
Right.
Depends on how your owner perceives, and you better follow what your owner says.
So
he
how
doesn't tell you the players to get, but that's why I've told
he
you
sets the standard.
This year, owner, GM, pro scouting staff. Forget the
They're on the
players.
clock.
Forget the coaches.
Yep.
Those are the guys in the clock this year.
Yep.
That's how tight it is. You've already talked about it with the East.
So if you're the Pittsburgh Penguins, who openly admitted they were in a retool, no one's never going to use the word rebuild, but they couldn't have expected to be where they are right now, Pierre. Is the owner giving the blessing to kind of put the retool to the side and go for it? How do you do it?
For it. They're not winning the cup.
Yeah.
So here's the deal with Pittsburgh. In my belief, I do all their pregame shows.
Mm-hmm.
They've got young players like Tristan Brose, who's really coming along. Ben Kindle really coming along. Harris Brunicki really coming along. So he's probably going to go to the World Junior, Brunicki. They got guys coming, and their American Hockey League, like Sergei Murashov, they're not in the NHL right now.
Right.
Elite goalie. He's down in the American League in Wilkes-Barre. They're on a run, Jimmy. Like, they're going, man. So what's the owner going to do? The people from Fenway are going to say, get us in the playoffs. That would be good. Why would that be good? And I want you to ask Robert that when he comes up here.
Yeah.
Because it's easier to sell season ticket packages. Playoff revenues are much greater than regular season revenues. And you get instantaneous credibility in terms of trying to attract free agents to your team going forward. Because Brian Russ isn't getting younger.
Mm-hmm.
Sidney Crosby's not getting younger. And Geno Malkin's not. And Christopher Letang. All of them, they're not getting younger.
Yep.
Like 3 of those guys have been in the league 20 years.
Yeah.
Think about it. It's never happened before in history with 3 guys in the same team, 20 years with the same team.
And eventually that's coming to an end. So you maybe want to give them one last chance.
So that's what.
Yeah.
But they're not going to go out and spend huge.
No.
Like they're not.
They're gonna.
dumping.
So
let's put it this way. Will Horkoff plays at University of Michigan.
Okay.
He was a first-round pick of Pittsburgh. He's one of the top prospects outside the NHL. He is. He's one of the top prospects outside the NHL. You're not trading that guy.
No, you're not.
Like, no way.
Here's my question. Are you pulling him out to become to replace maybe a trade and say, hey, let's keep it internal and we get a boost from that?
No, he's going to finish the year at Michigan. I'd have to see him play. I'm going to watch him a little more closely now that you raised that, actually.
Yep.
But I wouldn't be
like in April or anything.
I don't know if I'd be interested to do that. He didn't have huge numbers last year. Michigan's really stacked. Michigan plays at Harvard this weekend. We'll see if they go into Harvard and steamroll Harvard. Harvard's a top 15 team this year right now. If they go in there and steamroll Harvard, then I think maybe you think about it.
Before we move on from Pittsburgh, one more question about them, Pierre. When you have an owner that owns multiple sports teams, and we know that John Henry owns Liverpool.
Yeah.
Liverpool's not doing too well right now, as I unfortunately know. And I got ribbed by our good friend Robert.
I don't even know what you're talking about, so keep going.
So, but when you just in general, if you have an owner that owns other teams, let's look at the Pagulers, right? They own the Bills, they own the Sabres.
Yeah.
How much does the success of one team that an owner owns affect what an owner might do or give the blessings to do for the GM on the other team? Does it have a real connection or no?
It's really interesting. We're in Ireland right now. The guy that runs the New Jersey Devils, Tommy Fitzgerald, where do you think his family's from? Ireland. So his owners own the New Jersey Devils, the Philadelphia 76ers, and the Washington Commanders. Don't ask me. Ask him.
Okay.
Because he'll be able to give you a better answer.
We'll have to get Fitz
I
on here again.
don't think there's another ownership group that has the same
Portfolio.
3-power portfolio like they have.
In the 4 North American sports, right? Yeah, that's right.
So that would be a good one to ask.
Yeah.
Because I was always of the belief when my late friend Ray Sherrill worked there that when the 76ers were winning, they got less attention in New Jersey. They were okay. They didn't get as much interaction with ownership. But when the 76ers weren't winning, they got a lot more.
Well, I've had plenty of Sabres fans ask me this question too. Like, Murph, do you think the Pagulas put too much attention into the Bills over the Sabres?
No.
And I'm like, I don't know. I can't answer that question.
No way. I can, because I'll
Okay.
tell you this right now. I'll never forget it. Mr. Pagula's first year owning the Buffalo Sabres. They played the Philadelphia Flyers in the first round of the playoffs. I did all those games. Mr. Pagula was on the bench.
Yep.
On the bench in warm-up. The owner, I've never seen that
Wow.
before. The owner of the team was on the bench in warm-up. And I said, oh, boy, this could be a tough ownership situation. But I know so many guys that worked for the Pagulas and scouted for them and were managers or coaches for them. They passionately care about the Buffalo Sabres. And I don't think there's ever been another family that spent more money in downtown Buffalo to try to rehabilitate downtown Buffalo than the Pagulas. And where the football team plays, they don't play anywhere near downtown Buffalo. The hockey team plays in downtown Buffalo.
And the football's got a newer stadium coming soon, but
well,
it's still
that's-
going to be right next to it, I believe, right?
But I think that came from New York State. You have to ask the governor of New York State on that one.
All right, we're going to get over to the Friendship Four and bring on our good friend Robert Fitzpatrick in a bit here, Pierre. But before we do, want to ask you a little bit about the games tomorrow. As we discussed yesterday, we've discussed off air. This is a wide open tournament right here
It
that we're
is.
about to experience.
It is. Union's playing really well. Miami was playing really well until they had a really tough schedule. They had a murderer's row of a schedule the last couple weeks. I think Sacred Heart's really peaking at the right time. I think CJ's done a fantastic job. Maratolo, their coach. So they're in a good spot. I don't think it's that easy for anybody in this tournament. I think the thing that's so great about tomorrow and Saturday, how close all these teams are. I know there's not a big sexy, like this is Michigan or this is Minnesota or this is Harvard or BU, but we've seen blowouts here too. You know what I mean? I think what's sexy about this is you're going to see unbelievably intense, hard hockey.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm excited about.
I'd agree. And when I was doing my research this week on all the teams, I got to confess, I was unaware at how good Union's special teams are right now,
Yeah,
Pierre.
well,
They're in the top 10 in both shorthanded and power play.
Anytime you beat two Hockey East teams like they did with UMass Lowell and University of New Hampshire in the same weekend with huge scores like they had, your special teams are it's not just five. It's hard to score 5-on-5 in hockey.
They're kind of the secret team. I mean, they're in the top 20.
They're
kind
pushing.
of a dark horse
The
team.
new rink has helped a lot at Union. It's really helped a
We
lot.
give a shout out to our Union alums here. The Meagers join us right here in the
See,
Harp Bar right now.
So Jimmy's amazing at doing this, and the reason why he's doing it is because Jimmy rode in the airplane with these folks coming over.
Had a great time with them coming from the airport.
That was good, Jimmy.
You know how I met them too. I thought that Tim was going to think I was some weirdo too. So
Sarah's probably right.
I am, but that's besides the point. So Sarah sends me a text with his photo, and she says, "This is a guy you're going to go to the hotel with. Like, you guys got the same van." So we're sitting there, and thankfully, we're the only flight at that hour. It was like 3 a.m. We're the only flight that just came in, so there's not that many people. But by chance, I look at the phone, I look up, and there they are. Hey, I'm Jimmy Murphy. I guess I'm riding with you to the hotel, and away we went. And we had a great time, and then they came to the Harry Lemon.
Well, then we had a good time at the
fun.
Harry Lemon with the family. That was really good. I enjoyed that a lot. People don't realize how good a school Union is, by the way.
Oh, yes.
It's a really good school. Back in the day, General Electric used to do a lot of their recruiting out of Union College because that's where their headquarters was in Schenectady, New York.
Wow.
A lot of hockey coaches wouldn't know that, but I do.
These are the little tidbits that Pierre has.
Yes.
I love it. Well, let's bring on our good friend from the Belfast.
I know. I'm going to get
out.
I warmed the seat up for him, too.
And you know what,
Just
Pierre?
what he
You've been
needs.
doing enough talking hockey in the last 24 hours. I think you need a little breather. Go enjoy, my friend.
What are you saying? I can have a Guinness?
You can do whatever you like. I don't know what Melanie's saying, but that's not my choice. All right, here he is, my friend, Robert Fitzpatrick, the Belfast Giants. Good to see you. Good to be in Belfast again.
I got a last night.
I was a lot happier when I saw you last night than I am now in terms of my football team. But hey, it's one of those seasons. It happens. After last year, who cares? I'll take it.
Really?
Liverpool, yeah. They gave me a title last year, and you know what? It was nice because it made up for the one that they got during COVID when we couldn't really celebrate, even though I did celebrate in my apartment by myself and drove my neighbors nuts. But
it was PSV too, remember?
Yes, PSV. Yes. There's a key letter I got wrong there. And I wish it was because I wouldn't mind losing to them the way they lost to PSV, Robert. Like,
now you're talking.
that was ugly. Anyhow, how excited are you for another Friendship 4?
Well, I mean, my energy level just rises as the days go. You know, we're at the stage now where we've seen practice. We've seen all 4 teams practice. We've seen their special teams. We've started to look at, who's going to get who in the sweep, as the man would say. But it's all now about back of house. We have a couple of important people coming. So last year we had Joe Sacco.
Yep.
This year we have Peter Shadeli.
Yeah.
Peter's coming over.
That's great.
He's doing some scouting with the St. Louis Blues or whatever the case is.
Okay.
So he's coming over to scout.
Yep.
Yeah, with a small C or small S, I should say. So I think this year, I think people are making a mistake of thinking that because there isn't a big name, because there isn't a Harvard,
like a sexy name, yeah,
whatever it is,
yeah,
that the hockey is going to be of a lesser appeal. And I would use this platform today to assure people that they're wrong.
Yeah,
I have watched practice now for 2 days, and we are in for some incredibly intensive hockey, Jimmy.
Yep. Let me ask you, when this week arrives, how many memories like flow through your head of going back to when you started this? And do you ever just pinch yourself and say, man, this has come a long way?
I have to say to you, this year particularly, no, because we've got 2 on the go.
Right. So you're just sort of working so much that
this
you don't
year,
have a chance.
you're landing the men to think about the women, because for me, selfishly, when we started the Friendship Series and we played them in front of Giants games, we pretty much took the risk out of attendances.
Right.
This year, we've taken a real leap of faith to let the women come and play for a weekend, full Friendship 4, full devices. Now, what I am particularly pleased with is that 3 weeks ago, the gig that Pierre was at, the head of the women's program for the IHF, I can't even attempt to present her second name, but her first name was Blanca.
Okay.
And Blanca promised me she would come back, as did Alexis Murphy, who's the new operations director in the PWHL. So both those ladies are coming back. And the idea would be, now this is a long shot, Jimmy, but you know me well enough now.
Yeah.
The idea would be that if we are seriously the only women's tournament that has 4 teams playing, how cool would it be if both the PWHL and the women's IIHF got behind the running of that tournament, given the fact that there are so many potential recruits, but more importantly, somebody somewhere has actually taken the leap of faith and put 4 teams in a weekend to play a tournament. Tickets wise at the minute, if we get 2,500 tickets, it's going to be much more than they would be normally playing in front of. But when you see the success of the PWHL and you see the fact that I think 3 of the 4 teams that are coming are top 10 in the country at the minit, a lot of their players next year are going to be playing in Belfast.
Oh yeah.
So this year particularly, I have I've one eye on tomorrow and Saturday, but I've actually got the other one on 6 weeks' time, because if we do that right, we could be making a much, much bigger statement for the evolution of the sport.
I think it's amazing that you want to be part of that too, because it is becoming so big in North America right now, as you mentioned, the PWHL. How receptive that league's been, must be excited that you're doing this.
Well, I mean, you know me well enough. I mean, I don't miss and take an opportunity. I mean, we've already asked the PWHL to consider releasing the Canadians and the Americans on their way home from the Olympics to play a game in Belfast before they go home.
You've read my mind.
That's where they are. No, I'm already there. I think that the opportunity, it's very simple for me. When I was introduced to NCAA hockey, I didn't know what it was. When I was convinced to do the Friendship Series, it was, okay, let's take a fling at this.
Yep.
If the NCAA, we don't have Title IX here or any of that stuff. It's law at home. So if the NCAA and the IIHF and the PWHL are actually serious about developing the women's game, well, then we can hand them a ready-made international tournament that they can get behind. Does this draw the same support as the men's? The actual reality is it doesn't. Are we taking a punt? Absolutely. But you know what? That's what we do.
Yeah.
That's what we
That's
do.
how you get to the next level.
And my sense of it is that if the powers that be can see how we run it, can see the fact that we can attract, streaming services and podcast services, and that we can get people to actually come and buy tickets to come and see it. Well, then, in a territory, as I'm sick, sore, and tired saying that there's only one rink, we're not doing too bad.
Yeah. Speaking of, good segue. How excited are you about the potential of the rink and the grassroots level growing in this country? Because it's becoming more of a reality since the last time we spoke.
I can die happy, Jimmy. If the rink gets built as a community rink, then we've closed the circle. The professional team, it's the Dundonald venue is having £45 million spent on it at the minute. So the security of the training facility for the senior team, for the Giants team, is secure. But as I said to you the last time we were chatting in Boston, for 50 years we taught kids how to swim. Imagine what would happen if for 50 years we taught them how to skate.
Oh,
and imagine what opportunities that would open to our young people, especially if we have. Why can't we be a new European talent pipeline? Because everybody has to start somewhere, and given that we invented the game in the first place.
Yep. There you go. You love that when I sent it to you. Listen, I got a good story for you. You're gonna love. So every time that we do a podcast, I discovered the place last year when we were here at the Harp. There's a deli down the street called Time.
That's right.
Delicious, great sandwiches. They knew me when I came back this week. They said, Jimmy, good to see you again. And I'm talking to one of the new guys making the sandwiches. His name is John. And he said, you're the Friendship 4, right? And I said, yes. He goes, will you thank Robert and the team for what they're doing for hockey? Because my son is 10 years old, and that's all he wants to do is play hockey right now. And he's giving him the chance to do that. So I thought you'd like to hear that.
That's very, very noble of you. And thanks for that. And pass it on to John. That's very humbling. Actually, Jimmy, the reason they know you is that the wanted posters weren't taken down from last year. The wanted posters are all still up.
I saw those up at the jail at McConnell's yesterday.
The wanted posters are still up around the town. The reward has not been cashed in. You've grown your hair. They don't recognize you.
Maybe I shouldn't go in there tomorrow.
Don't put a hat on. Don't put a hat on. The wanted posters are still up.
Good stuff. Speaking of McConnell's, what a place that was yesterday.
The jail?
We had a great time there. They treated us very well. What a job they've done transforming that into what they have.
Did they take you down the tunnel?
We didn't get into the tunnel, but I heard about it.
Tunnel. Went into the courthouse?
No.
You didn't do that?
No. That's not part of the tour yet.
You haven't done the full experience.
Okay, we haven't done the full experience.
You haven't done. If you didn't get into the tunnel, you haven't done the full experience.
Well, I did the full whiskey experience, and it was amazing.
I mean, I think now in Belfast there are maybe 5 distilleries. So you've done one, so you have another 4 to do.
Okay.
There's the Titanic one,
right?
There's Hinch, and I think there's 1 or 2 others that you might want to have a go at it.
Nice.
But McConnell's has a USP simply because it's the jail.
Yeah,
and because there's also the huge conferencing dinner facility. I mean, you've seen it over the years where some of the schools have had their Thanksgiving dinner in the jail. And
the CEO John Kelly, his son goes to my alma mater. Go
really?
Figure. UMass. I'm worried about how he's going to turn out, but no.
Small world, Jimmy. I mean, I think if I've learned anything about the hockey world, and sort of listening to you and Pierre every day on the way back and forward to work or whatever the thing is, I mean, it frightens me how small the hockey world is. It also humbles me that so when we did the announcement in Boston, Mayor Wu consecrated September 23rd in Boston as Friendship 4 Day.
Isn't that great?
I mean, that's awful. Like,
it's amazing.
We could never have imagined the level of reception that we've received, and we could never imagine the level of gratitude. But I think that's because, and I mean, every time you talk to me, I see that I sound like a record, but good people do good things.
Yeah.
And we're surrounded by good people, and they do good things. And the journey with the ice, when the ice eventually becomes real, and when we get to the point where we actually take people who know what to do to build the ice out, We know where they are. We know
Yep.
who they are.
Yep.
It's a question of just lifting the phone. Hey, what are you doing in the summer? Would you like to come and run a camp? Would you like to come, Mr. McGuire, and do one of your famous whatever it is you do?
Mhm.
Because we've now got an audience ready to do it.
It's amazing. Well, I'm looking forward to our Thanksgiving dinner tonight. We're honored to be there again. And it was delicious last
we
year. I'm
going?
sure it will be. Huh?
Where are we going?
The Waterman.
Oh,
The Waterman in
Okay.
the wee room.
all right.
And thanks to
Right.
Lorna for
All right.
helping me out with my allergies.
You're going to
appreciate
then if you're going to the Waterman, you're going to that will beat the point.
It's right here,
time.
right around the corner, right?
Right around the corner,
Yeah,
just
beautiful.
across the street.
All
You'll
right.
have a good night, Jimmy. As always, good to talk to you.
Thank you, Robert.
No
Honored to
bar.
be here. We
Thanks.
appreciate the
Cheers.
opportunity. Robert Fitzpatrick from the Belfast Giants here. It's here. The games are here tomorrow. We're getting very excited. And you can see the potential of hockey growing in this country. And he's a main reason why.
Oh my gosh, 100%.
It's, you know what? He doesn't take no for an answer.
Well,
and
it's
that's what I love
it's
about him.
enlightened ownership and understanding your community and
Mhm.
utilizing sport to make your community better. So when people realize that, there's a buy-in
Yeah,
factor.
like John down at the deli there. I mean, that was
It's
great.
just
that
a
he said
huge
that.
buy-in factor. You know, the first time I met Robert, I knew right away like this guy was a hard, tough guy. But you got to be that to,
Mhm.
to build this, and they've built an amazing brand here. Like it's
Yeah.
a big brand here.
Yep. It's amazing.
That league, by the way, the league they're in, that league's going to explode.
Yep.
They're starting to get better players all the time because there's more money in the league. There's more TV stuff coming in. There's going to be let's put it the mainland expansion. There's going to be expansion probably in the mainland. Their league's going to start to go past some of the other leagues here pretty soon.
And you know what's great, Pierre, is sort of the parallel of this tournament rising and rising as NCAA is rising and becoming such an amazing sport right now and getting so much recognition in North America. I mean, it used to be, let's call spade a spade. People looked at the juniors as a more superior league at times. Now,
Absolutely.
NCAA
No,
is-
now you can't. No,
can't
no,
say that.
No, you can't. The kids that have come down from major junior, they're good players. Do not get me wrong. And don't write fictitious stuff. What I'm saying is the major junior players that came down, they've done well.
Mhm.
They have not dominated. There's not, and they
No.
can say whatever they want about Porter Martone. Porter Martone's playing on a great team at Michigan
Yep.
State. They have not, none of them have dominated, but they're really good players, and they're playing against really good players.
Exactly.
They're not playing against 16 and 17-year-olds
No,
anymore.
they're getting a game that's closer to the pro level that will season them better for that. All right, Pierre, let's get to our wonderful sponsors here. We'll start off with Vago Italiano. And I think the next time, if we're ever in Montreal with Robert at the same time, we need to take him to Vago.
I hope so.
That would be, I'm sure he would love it
I hope so.
because
I'm
they
trying to get him to come to my house in South Carolina. He hasn't responded yet. Jesus.
He's kind of busy, you know. You got to go. We'll take him there because they combine old world classics and new Italian dishes for over 23 years. Private dining rooms for any occasion. They're open Monday to Saturday evenings and lunch from Tuesday to Friday. Located 1336 Green Avenue in Westmount. For reservations, call 514-846-1414. Again, that's 514-846-1414. And of course, our new sponsor this month, Point S. Man, the countdown is on. What is it? Monday is December 1st.
Yep.
So if you're in Quebec right now and you haven't got your winter tires, go get them and go to Point S because they've got a great deal going right now with GT Radio tires starting as low as $89 per tire. So you can go there right now over to point-s.ca. Again, that's point-s.ca to shop for your GT Radio tires and to find your nearest Point S location. Again, that's tires as low as $89. Don't waste time. Get over there right now while that deal's still going. And that means it's time for our tune-up, Pierre. Let's go.
The Tune-Up. Presented by Point S and GT Radio.
Pierre, I mean, look, I said this to you at breakfast today, and we talked about it a little earlier in the show, and I'm not trying to be sappy or anything. I think it's time, not just me, but media as a whole in sports, specifically in hockey, we start focusing a little more on the positive things that are happening, not always the negative. Like you see teams win, and yet analysts are picking out the little nitpicky things that maybe one player did wrong. He made a bad play in the second period. Start to look at the big picture. If a team like Colorado is on a run like they're in, let's celebrate it. Let's appreciate it, because you're not going to see that a lot, especially as the year goes on and the games get tougher. So let's appreciate the game a little more.
I'm going to go to Detroit. They need a tune-up. There's too much inconsistency. They can go on a 3-game run where they're real good, and they can go on a 4-game run where they're not very good, like last night. So I'm going to say that you can't lose to Nashville 6-3.
No.
You can't. And so they need a tune-up in terms of consistency. I know their coaches really well. Respect them a ton. They're really good.
Yep.
Todd McClellan's really good. Just telling you.
Okay.
He's really good. And his staff is outstanding. Those players need to start buying in. They need a tune-up in terms of consistency.
Pierre, my question to you, if you were to identify one area, if you're Steve Yzerman right now, what are you looking for as the trade market heats up?
I want one more hard-edged, nasty piece of business guy, not a fighter.
On the back end or up front, or it doesn't matter?
Up front.
Okay.
Like, they got enough on the back end. I want a guy that's going to bring some physical heat to the party and knock some other defensemen. Like Dustin Brown when he played in L.A. How many people even talked about Dustin Brown? Jordan Nolan, those kind of guys. Like, they matter.
Yeah.
They're important guys in playoffs here. Everybody hates Tommy Wilson till you get him on your team, and then you want him on your team.
Right.
You know, I would love Tommy Wilson on my
I'd love
team.
him too.
I mean, let's do this. If we were to ask Sidney Crosby, you're playing against the Washington Capitals, what do you think of Tom Wilson? Blah, 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 meaning I don't like him very much.
Yeah.
But at the Olympics, if Tommy Wilson's playing with Sidney Crosby, what do you think of Tom Wilson? I think he's the best.
I love him.
I love that guy. He's so good.
I'll do anything for him.
I'll do anything for Tommy. I'll do anything for him. So, you know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. But guys like Tommy matter.
Yep.
They do.
I hear you.
So for Detroit, I think the tune-up is consistency.
All right. There we go. All right. We're going to go to our wonderful friends at Betway right now, where you can still go all the way with Betway and bet those beauties. And when you sign up for a new account, if you go to that QR code right in front of you if you're watching, or go to the website, go to the members section, fill out your details there. They've got that special still running where you get up to $300 back on your first deposit, even if you lose your first bet. Go to Betway right now, and remember, you must be 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. Always bet responsibly, and this offer is not available in Ontario. Pierre, there are no NHL games today. There's a slew of them tomorrow, but we will be on the air tomorrow, by the way. We weren't last year on Black Friday, but we will be live at 5 o'clock from the arena.
That's so awesome.
I can't wait. In between the two games at the Friendship Four. And speaking of the Friendship Four,
that was Robert's idea, by the way.
I love it. It's a great idea. We should have done it last year. I didn't even think of it. Thank you to Robert for thinking of that. And I'm looking forward to it.
You can't think of everything. You think of a lot. You can't think of everything.
I appreciate that. Well, you know what I'm thinking about right now? Since there's no NHL games to pick, we're going to pick the winners. I am. You don't have to. I'm gonna give my pick for the winner for the Friendship Four. And I think some people in attendance are going to be happy about it right now. I credited their special teams earlier. I'm going with Union to take the Friendship Four here in Belfast this year.
Is that a lead pipe cinch? Is that
not a lead pipe cinch at all?
Is it in pen or
it's
in
not
pencil?
a Jamie Ben's going to score cinch. I'll put it that way.
That was really good, by the way. You nailed that one.
Thank you.
Did you get like no saying thank you?
No, yeah, I did. People were happy.
You made a lot of people a lot of money. You did a good job on that. I'm not going to say.
Thank God I didn't get it right last night, though, with the overtime, Pierre, for your sake.
Oh, that was close.
It was close.
Dobish made a glove save on Schmaltz. I was like, oh, please.
I'm going to kill Jimmy.
Stop this puck. And he did, which was good. I'm not going to go down that road because I can't. I know you don't feel comfortable doing that. Like doing that. So,
what are you looking for though out of these games?
Hard edge. Like I think the teams that are the hardest but the most disciplined. So, the teams that can get used to the bigger ice sooner and be physical sooner.
That's what Tim was saying earlier.
I think those guys have a better opportunity. You know, Union forever always had this home ice advantage because they played in a little smaller rink at Achilles, and they were a nasty piece of business to play at home.
Yeah.
They were harder to play in Schenectady than they were to play on the road. They just were. That's just how they were. Miami for years, back before they got the new rink, same kind of deal. Now they've got the new rink, the Steve Cady Arena. They play a harder brand.
Right.
Sacred Heart never had a rink till they got this rink, and you've been in it.
Yeah.
The rink
it's
is amazing.
Beautiful. So, all right. Well, we're almost there, my friend. At this time tomorrow, we'll be watching hockey over at SSE Arena, and I'm really excited about it.
It's never bad to go in that rink, by the way. Last time I was here, I was sitting with George McPhee, and Robert was there too. in one of the boxes, and there's not
you
a
got
bad
to take in a Giants game. I'm jealous.
Yeah,
I'm yet to see one.
there's not a bad sight line in the building, which
No.
I think is really important. Number one, number two, and I didn't know this until the first time I came. Robert told us both about all the bands that come here and actually practice before they go on world tours.
Yeah.
The acoustics in the building are
Amazing.
really amazing.
I know.
It must be because he knows nothing about music.
Yeah.
I think he's going to come over.
He didn't hear
Want to
you.
get after it.
Speaking of, are we going on another Robert music tour of Belfast? That was one of my favorite moments of the trip.
I think I
last
might
year.
go back to McConnell's.
Oh, there you go.
I like McConnell's.
Have a little Irish session over there with some nice
like
McConnell's whiskey. That
We're
sounds
doing
like a
something
plan.
with the women's tournament there. I'll tell you that right now.
We're going to make it happen.
That is happening for sure. I'm telling you that is happening.
I'm looking forward to it. Well, listen, it's been great to be here. Thanks to everybody at the Harp for hosting us again.
Do we have questions or no?
We do. We're going to go over there right now. We didn't have much. That's why I wanted to get all that out of the way. Let's go to the questions right now. Shane, what do we got? Sammy Blaze would put on waivers.
Yep.
Any team putting in a claim.
I don't think any
I
team
think
putting a claim in. As far as I know, it was
let me
pending.
See.
It was pending as of yesterday.
See if Puckpedia sent nothing from Puckpedia yet.
Yeah, no, it's pending. So
Okay,
they have until 2:00 Eastern time.
that's right.
And
Yeah,
then
it's
we'll
only
see.
10:49.
So it's not 2:00 yet.
All right. What's our next question? Is there any truth to Jerry to the Oilers?
Oh, I think there's something to it, but they'd rather have Binnington than
Yeah.
Jarry.
Yep.
They'd definitely rather have Binnington than
By the
Jarry.
way, I didn't bring that up. We spoke about that at breakfast, and I said to Pierre, I go, why would the Blues trade Parayko?
Money.
Money. You're right. It's going to be an interesting situation to watch with the St. Louis Blues over the next few months. Who goes and who comes? All right. Next question. Marco Sturm for the Jack Adams. He's getting good hockey from that roster. He's in my top 3 right now.
He should definitely be one of the guys. I think Travis Green in Ottawa
Mm-hmm.
should be one of the guys, and Joel Quenneville in Anaheim should be one of the guys.
Yep.
Those guys have all done really, really strong work. Think about Ottawa for 1 second. Brady Tkachuk gets hurt early in the year. They're like 2 games, double.
I thought they were in huge trouble.
Yeah, they're double of where a lot of people thought they would
They
be.
didn't just tread water. They
won.
swam above it.
They
They
won.
swam
They won
above
a
it.
lot of games.
And
so-
I would throw Dan Muse in there. He needs some consideration.
No, Dan should be in there.
Yep.
For sure. He should be discussed about that 100%.
All right, next question. Ethan Russell. Pierre, do you have a scouting report on Nestrasil? That's a UMass
Yeah,
kid, right?
UMass. He's good. He's talented. I know Coach Carville thinks the world. And
Yeah.
really
Remember him
good
telling us that.
really good offensive upside to his game. Very good.
All right, next question. Juice. Pierre, would you put Alexander Texier in the lineup next to replace Jared Davidson? I asked Pierre that at breakfast today.
Yeah, we talked about that this morning. The answer is yes, I would. And it's not because Jared's not playing well. Took a bad penalty last night. Young player. Coach wants to send a message. Texier's got a lot of NHL experience. They're going into Vegas. Hard place to play. Davidson's never played there. I mean, it's just give him a break.
It's a good move. All right, next question. Juice again. If Nick Suzuki makes a Canadian Olympic team, where would he fit in the lineup?
Good question.
Good question.
That's a really good question. I think he's in the top 9 forwards.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to be a depth. He's not going to be a 4th-line player, but you never know.
And he's playing in the middle? Or would they move him
Yeah, I don't
wing
know
maybe?
that part
'Cause
of
they're
it.
strong up the middle.
I know.
Yeah.
Thanks for the newsflash.
That's why they call me Captain Obvious, my friend.
I don't know whether he plays in the middle or not, but for him, so you look at his goals from last night. They're both from the left-hand side of the ice.
Yep.
As a right-hand shot, he gets it, catch and release real quick. He can play left wing, he can play right wing, he can play center.
He's
So
versatile.
he's like John Tavares. He's a multi-dimensional weapon.
Yep.
Look, I remember doing a World Junior in 2005. Canada sent their best team. Canada had a line of Patrice Bergeron, Corey Perry, Sidney Crosby.
Maybe the best.
Guess
line
who?
ever
Guess
in
who
the
played
juniors.
wing? Patrice Bergeron, one of the best defensive shutdown players in the history of the National Hockey League. Didn't play center in that tournament. He played on the wing. So
That's quite the luxury to have
that's
if
a
you're the
luxury.
coach.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, next question. Anything else? I think we're done. And Ethan, I do see you're excited about the news. The UMass prospect is going. Bruins prospect is going to UMass. I'm excited about that. Anything else? I think that's it. Listen, everyone out there in the
Happy
States.
Thanksgiving.
Yes, to
American
everyone
viewers.
back there in the States. Happy Thanksgiving. Mom, thinking of you, happy Thanksgiving and have fun in Aruba. And to everyone here, thank you for coming. Thanks to the Harp. Thanks to Robin and the Belfast Giants for having us. And, of course, thanks to Sarah Stanton and Cara Group Travel for all they do to make this happen. We're excited to be here. We will see you live from SSC Arena tomorrow at 5 p.m. Belfast time here on the Eye Test on the Sick Podcast Network.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Eye Test with Pierre McGuire and Jimmy Murphy on YouTube, Facebook, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.